Product liability cases come in essentially three different types. There's a product that is designed defectively, there's a product that is designed properly but comes off the assembly line wrong, and then there's products that involve a failure to warn of their dangers. The difference between a product liability case versus a mass tort case is essentially how many victims there are. A simple product liability case generally will have one or a handful of people that have been hurt by a product. A mass tort case will have many people that have been hurt by a product, and so that's how they're different. Responsibility for a defective product lies with the manufacturer and then any sellers in the stream of commerce. Determining if you have a defective product liability case is not always straightforward. For example, if you have a product that's defectively designed, such as a Takata airbag, you may need scientists and experts to determine whether or not the design was proper. On the flip side, if you have a defective product that was manufactured incorrectly, like a broken chain on a swing set, that may be fairly obvious. If you have a product with a problem with failure to warn, it may be very difficult for the layperson to understand whether or not the warning is adequate or inadequate. If a product has been recalled and you're injured by that product, you may or may not have a case. If the product has been recalled and you receive notice of the recall and you did nothing about it, then the manufacturer is going to be able to argue in court, you failed to act, therefore it's your failure to act that resulted in the injury, not the product itself. On the flip side, if you're a secondhand owner, you didn't get notice of it, that excuse isn't going to go very far anymore. If you're successful with a product's liability case, you're going to be able to recover for your medical bills, you're going to be able to recover for your pain and suffering, you're going to be able to recover for any lost earnings if you were off of work, and you'll be able to recover for your court costs and fees. Most product liability cases are settled privately. There are not a lot of them that go to trial, and when they do, they tend to be the larger and more complex cases. We have experience with multiple different products liability cases. We've handled cases dealing with appliances, dealing with vehicles, even with medical devices. We've worked with many experts and can identify the right expert for your case. Clients hire Precision Injury Law because they like the fact that they're dealing with me and not some faceless person in a large corporation. They like that they can get in touch with me. They like that I'm available. I'll take the time to educate them about the legal process. I'll give them the options of how we can proceed with their case, and they're happy with the results. What makes Precision Injury Law different from other firms is we are a small boutique firm, and we take the time to craft the right solution for each individual client. Client communication is key. I do my best to return phone calls and emails the very same day. As a lawyer, sometimes I'm in trial and I cannot do that, so I will return calls within 48 hours. Precision Injury Law is a small firm, and the advantage of dealing with a small firm is you know who you're dealing with. I will be handling or overseeing all of the cases, so if somebody has a question, they're not calling some random department somewhere in a large firm, they'll be speaking with me. At the initial consultation for a product liability case, we'll first talk about the incident that occurred, the product, and why it appears to be defective. Then we'll talk about your injuries, your treatment, and your prognosis. After that, we'll look at the law, we'll look at the facts, and we'll come up with the best path to get you the results you want.